Hello and welcome back to these daily vlogs. Today is the 27th of December 2018, just leaving work here. It's about almost 2 in the morning, so actually it's just after 1:30, so it wasn't too bad today, but considering like how much work we had to do today, because only about 3 people showed up to work or like 3 people short, so we were doing 6 people's work, but got through it anyway somehow, some way. A lot of work to do, but at least when you're busy it keeps your mind occupied, you know. It's better than standing about. Not that they usually stand about in that job anyway, but definitely was busy today. Very, very busy, and I could have let it get on top of me. I could have let it get me negative. I could have cracked up, but I just got on with it and stayed positive and thought of things that I wanted in my future. So use that negative energy to imagine like things you want. That's the most powerful energy, so you can manifest things if you use that energy. That's the secret of the elite, basically. They use that negative energy. That's why they do all those rituals. They call it satanic, but it's ritualistic and it works. It's all in the Masonic, it's all in all those secret societies know it and they practice it. So yeah, basically left work there and it's a complete mess. Work is a complete mess. Like I don't envy whoever's in the morning, because the people in the morning have to take care of that. There's like green bags all over the floor. Like the entire stuff comes back to us, right? Like Christmas stuff. So basically all the food's coming back that hasn't sold. And there's bags and bags and bags. It's like massive green bags filled with potatoes, you know, cabbages and shit, all sorts of food. Turkeys, there's like bags and bags filled with turkeys, about 60 turkeys in a bag. Can you fucking imagine lifting 60 turkeys? We have to swing them and throw them into a bucket, like a big container, get sent off to the farmer or whatever. I don't know, someone buys it, like food waste for feeding animals, I guess. Pigs. Lovely. But those bags fucking break your back, I'm telling you. Bag full of fucking turkeys. Bag full of potatoes, like, as well, like 100 bags of potatoes or something crazy. That has to be at least well over 150 kilos. I don't know, maybe I'm just exaggerating. It's not that much, surely. It definitely is. It's just awkward as well, because it's in a bag and the bag keeps ripping. Even they're reinforced bags and even they rip with the weight. There's so much weight in the bags. I'm sure this is pretty boring, me talking about my work, but I should just move on now. We left it in a complete mess anyway, that's it. Oh well, what can you do? We're like 3 people down, just way understaffed. Only had 3 people to do with 6 people plus. There should be at least 6 people there to do the work in our department, but it's like just wasn't enough people there, and hopefully you can hear me, but I'm tripping over my lips here for some reason. I'm not as coherent as usually I am. Maybe it's just because I've worked so hard there today. Definitely drains your brain when you work hard. I always find it harder to speak after I've worked hard, because your brain, you don't have the energy, you know what I mean? You've used up so much energy. And I was also went out cycling this morning, Castlewellan this time, not Ross Trevor, but if you're familiar with that, if you're from this country, you'll know, probably from this neck of the woods. It's a good cycle path though, mountain bike path. So went out this morning at about 7:30. Did the the cycling path, the mountain bike path. It was good fun. It was nice and mild. It wasn't too. It was about 9 degrees when we went out, so nice and mild. It's perfect cycling temperature basically, because you get pretty hot when you go up the hills. You know, you're cycling pretty hard. Like I always like to push up the hills because it's like you're getting a workout. You want to get the benefit of on your legs. I always feel that my legs are always pumped after I do a mountain biking session, because I always push myself up the hills. I just treat it like a training session. Like if I was doing squats, I think of it like I'm doing squats. So I'm working my legs, putting the intensity in. That's what you have to do. If you want growth, you have to put the intensity in. That is key. Looking forward to having another few days off now, because that's why I'm happy, because I knew I only had to do 1 day there and work, and that's great. But I'm only in 2 days this week, and then because of Christmas and everything, and then New Year's, I'm only in 2 days next week, and then I'm off for a fucking week. So I've got a lot of days off, so I better friggin' get something done, and I have to get my New Year's resolutions out as well. That's a video I definitely want to do. I have at least 10 New Year's resolutions. I have to write them down though first, and then make the video, because I don't want to be making the video and then forgetting something, or you know, omitting something, and you know, rambling on. I want to be concise with this video. I want to be more concise with my videos in the future, like doing stretching videos, workout videos, meal videos, full day of eating videos, stuff like that. Also, I'll document my 7-day water fast, which I'll be doing probably when I'm off. I'll probably do that 7-day water fast the week I'm off, because I'll be able to just concentrate on computer work, get songs worked on, and work on videos, and yeah, hopefully my mind doesn't go completely, like sometimes you don't have enough energy, so your mind, you know, you can't speak. As I said, this happens to me, like when my energy runs low, I'll trip over my words, I'll trip over my tongue, and you know, I won't be able to speak as coherently, I won't be able to formulate my thoughts as well. It's just because your glucose feeds the brain, I think, so when you're low on glucose, it affects your brain, you know. You get confused easier and stuff like that. So that's probably going to happen when I'm on the 7-day fast. Yeah, though as soon as you go into ketosis, you should be alright. It takes about 24 hours, 18 hours is to go into ketosis. So after 18 hours I'll go into ketosis, so it should be alright actually. As long as you have belly fat. If you have some fat on you, you'll be able to do a fast right down until you have no fat left. If you have no fat left, you cannot fast. I do not recommend fasting if you have no fat. Like if you're skinny, don't do a fast. But if you're fat, like some guy did a fast for 40 days, a water fast for 40 days. He was fat, he was really fat, so he had the fat reserves, and his body burnt all his fat reserves up, and he was like, I don't know, he was at, what was he at, 120 kilos or something, and then after the 40 days he was at 70 kilos or something crazy. So that was insane, like. But he had the fat reserve, so he could do that. That's what the fat reserves are for. If you are fat, you can do a fast for an extended period of time. So I probably have enough for 7 days, definitely, but I wouldn't have enough for 40, that's for damn sure. So yeah, hopefully that heals my back up. That's the main thing, is my hip. I want to get it healed up so I can get back and hit my training 100%, train. My main aim is, well, I have a lot of aims in this life, because I don't want to waste any more of my life. I want to achieve things now, I want to do things. Yeah, one of my aims is to be Masters champion, which is 35 plus, so I can, by the time I'm 35, I should be, well, that should be 10 years of training, so I should be a master actually. So 10 years, it takes 10 years to master anything. So I've been training since 2012 with Olympic lifting. So by 2022 I'll be a master, which is only 3 years. And in 3 years, well, I'll be 34, but that year I'll turn 35, I think, yeah. September, the end of September, so by the end of the year I'll be 35. I think it's the year you turn 35 you can compete in the 35 year category, 35 plus masters. But yeah, I wish I'd started younger so I didn't have to compete in the old guys category, but I mean at least you're up against people your own age, so it's like, you know, you're still in competition. It's still those people were, a lot of them were elite athletes, like on the Olympic level, so if you can keep up with them, and if you can win over them, that's an achievement. That's a hell of an achievement. So I want to get to that level, and I'll do everything in my power to get to that level. Main thing is avoiding injuries. That's, if you get injured, you just can't do anything, so what's the point? You're training so hard and then you train too hard and you get injured. It's the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise wins, so you gotta be the tortoise. You gotta take it slow and steady. That's why you gotta start really, really, really young, because then you can take it nice and slow and steady, build up your strength over the years. Whereas if you're old, you want to rush things and then end up injuring something. But I started in 2012 when I was, what age was I in 2012? Fucking hell. How many years ago was that now? 2012, 6 years ago, nearly 7 years ago now. Sick, that's fucking crazy, like, can't believe it. Time flies, like, 7 years ago. Let me think, 7 minus 31. 24? Fucking hell. So I started when I was 24. I wasn't that old, but still. You should really start when you're like 13 at the latest. 10, 9, 8. 8's a bit young, but 11 is probably the best age to start. 11, 12. I did do bodybuilding and stuff when I was younger. Like, I did dumbbell press off the floor and what do you call it? A lot of curls. A lot of curls with like the, you know, the dumbbells with the sand inside them. Did those when I was younger. I used to actually, before I did anything, I did pushes against the wall. Some guy recommended that to me, some older guy. He said, before you start training, you should do pushes against the wall. So I was doing that, you know, just like resistance against the wall. That was the first thing I ever did. And then I actually lifted chairs up, you know, the wooden chairs. I used to lift them up and then press them over my head and stuff and curl them. Just all sorts of different things. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, so I used to do like 50 curls with those sand, what do you call them, sand filled, it was actually cement, it was some sort of dust inside, you know, these plastic cheap dumbbells. Don't think they weighed too much, but if I could do 50 curls with them, I don't think they weighed too much, no. But it was good. I definitely got a burn like from it, and I got good peaks. I had good bicep peaks when I was young, but I was skinny as hell. People always commented on my biceps. They said, "What have you been doing with your biceps?" That was the only developed muscle I had, I think, when I was like 13, 14. Just my biceps, because I was always doing bicep curls. I just sit in my room and do bicep curls with those dumbbells. I had no clue about training, but it was good fun. At least I'd used some of my energy into that. I wasn't completely wasting my energy. And I got out on my bike a lot when I was younger too. I was always out on my bike. Like, I would just go out on my bike for like 4 or 5 hours. It was crazy, all day. Especially during the summer, I would just go out and just go up all around the place. There's like through all the forests. I go from like Belfast to Lisburn. If you know how far that is, that's quite a distance. Like 20 miles through the forests, up the hills. It was good times, like. But I wish why didn't I ever go out with friends like that? I had friends at that time. I don't know why we didn't go out cycling together, because I loved cycling. But I always liked the freedom of just going out there by myself. And, getting away from it all, getting out into nature. Only thing I hated was those flies. They used to fly into my ears. Just zzz, all you hear is zzz in your ear. Fucking hell, it was annoying. And they just chased you, but I just pedaled really, really fast to get away from them. Really annoying. Like, what do you call them? Gadflies or something? Yeah, they always go for your ears for some reason. It used to annoy me a lot more when I was younger. Maybe it was because my sugar was higher and they were attracted to me. I don't know. Nowadays flies don't annoy me at all. It's really weird. I think it's definitely to do with your conscious level, your stability level, your temperance level, all that. But got another philosophical talk here tonight. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I start these daily vlogs. It's supposed to be about what I'm doing and what the day was, but I end up talking about my past life and stories. But I like talking about these stories. Sometimes they just pop into your head, so it's nice to get them out there and into the public. At least document all this stuff and look back on it with, look back in anger. No, just joking. Look back with fond memories. It's nice to do. It's nice to reflect on the good memories as well, not just focus on the bad. Like, you have to realize that you didn't just have bad experiences, you had some good experiences. You have to appreciate those and be thankful for those. Definitely, you have to be thankful for everything in this life. Like, without breath, we wouldn't exist. Without water, we wouldn't exist. Without food, we wouldn't exist. I mean, how long could you survive without breath? A minute? 2 minutes? How reliant, how weak we are. Without this air we breathe every second. Every 10 seconds we breathe air. Depends who. Like, I breathe every 10 seconds, I think, probably. Maybe even longer sometimes. Depends. Once you get your arousal level down, your breathing slows down, your eye, the way you blink a lot. Some people blink a lot. If your arousal level's low, you blink a lot less as well. I noticed that. Though when you think your eyes tend to blink more. Your breathing slows down, your heart slows down, and what happens if your heart slows down? You live longer. You're not like a little bird. Bird doesn't live very long because its heart's going like a mile a minute. Birds only live, well, those little birds live, I don't know, 2 years. Like, it's how can you only live 2 years? That's in bird years, I suppose. Maybe it's just every day's like, what would that be? If we live 100 years, 2 years would be 50 times that. Holy shit. So one day is like 50 days to them. Maybe. That's crazy. Insects is even faster. So time is relative, depending on the size you are. To an insect, time is a lot longer. Like a butterfly only lives 2 weeks or something like that. Not even. Is it 2 weeks or 2 days? It's crazy short. So you gotta be thankful you came here as a human, not as a butterfly or a spider. I mean, how much would that suck? I wouldn't want to be here as a spider or an animal without any consciousness. At least we have conscious thought. At least we are aware of ourselves. We can question things. We can question our existence. We can create things. That's our God power, is creativity. Animals don't really create things. Though beavers make dams, but that's just practical stuff. But we can make art and music and creative. Music is the highest art, I think, because it's so expressive, especially classical music. It evokes so many emotions. Dependent on who you are. Like, some people don't get as swayed. I get really emotional with music, so yeah. But it does wear off, like, if you listen to it too much. So I and I did cut down on it recently. Like the last couple of months, I haven't been listening to as much music because I did get, you get diminishing returns from it. Definitely, if you listen to music too much, especially too much exciting music, it has diminishing returns. So you have to do a detox from it, fast from it. Same with anything in life, really. Food, your body has to recover. So that's the fast cures everything. Fast can cure everything. So that's why I'm going to do a 7-day fast. Last time I had a sore back. I think it was well over a year ago, at least last summer, I think, or the summer before that. I did the last 7-day fast. It's all a mindset. It's how you approach these things. It's a mindset. If you think, no big deal, it's just drinking water, it's just not eating, that's it. That's it. I mean, how much more simple can you get? It's not, how's that hard? It's a mindset. Wrong year. Alright, I'm getting close to home here. I better wrap this up and say what I actually had today and what I did today. Yeah, I was out in the bike, I said, this morning. Didn't do any training because, I'm healing my hip up here, so I've also got elbow pains. I want to heal that up, and now I've got ligament pain here. Falling apart. It's all this sugar. Sugar increases inflammation in the body by 10 times or something crazy like that. So if you want to heal up, you have to avoid sugar, really. Like, that's why I'm going to try ketosis, going into ketosis with a 7-day fast, but also by just eating protein and not eating carbs. Protein and vegetables, and not eating low carbs. So what did I have to eat today? Had some fruit after the cycle. Had an orange, nice orange, banana, an apple, and some grapes. Just a couple of grapes, not too many. What else did I have? Then I had, my first meal was bacon, 4 bits of bacon, 3 eggs, and wheaten bread and beans. Not the best meal, but like definitely filled me up. With a cup of tea, ordinary black tea. I always have black tea if I have bacon and eggs, I always have black tea because it just goes so well with that. Like when you get a fry up here, you always get black tea with it. So like if you get it's a traditional thing, a breakfast fry here, you get a black tea with it, Ordinary tea, as we call it, it's just like tea. If you go to the shop and buy tea, it is black tea, the fermented tea. That's our ordinary tea. I guess it's the same all over the world, but I'm not so sure. I do drink green tea a lot with jasmine as well, so I like my specialty teas as well. Like, I'm a tea connoisseur, definitely. Anyway, what did I have? Second meal was stir fry, chicken stir fry. That was good just before I went to work, and then had some sandwiches in work, just leftover turkey and ham sandwiches, which are the best because from the Christmas dinner, the turkey from the Christmas dinner, made a massive one, so plenty of leftovers, which is great for sandwiches, and it keeps for a week, so you don't have to throw that out. Don't ever throw that out. That's like the best quality meat you can get, and you can definitely taste the difference. It's amazing, like really good quality stuff. And the ham with a bit of mustard on it, lovely stuff. Just in brown bread. Then I had a chicken breast with that and some olives. So I'm still eating enough, but I've only really had 3 meals, though I had the fruit before that, so if you count that as a meal, I don't know. It's good to get fruit in, but you don't want to eat too much fruit, it breaks you out as well. Definitely have to cut back on the sugar. Might even just give up sugar as a New Year's resolution. I've done a sugar fast in the past for a year, so I have done it before. Complete, not eating any sugar whatsoever, except fruit. I think I had some fruit, but not too much fruit, just minimal fruit. Then had a packet of rice cakes, ruined it. No, they're probably the best, the least offensive, you know, sweet thing, because it's just like puffed rice with a thin layer of chocolate on the top. Orange flavored chocolate. Good stuff. Dark chocolate. Yeah, that's about it for today, I think. That's all I had. Then I went to work, obviously. Off tomorrow and Saturday. Hopefully get some videos done. Need to do the New Year's resolution one. I'll probably put this public just because I had more to say today, so obviously it's a good idea to put it up, even though it might not be that interesting to some people, but hopefully someone gets something from this, at least. It's just me relaying my thoughts and relaying what I've done and holding myself accountable. Yeah, that's another thing. NoFap Day 83, nearly forgot. Oh my god. Like, that's one of the main reasons I made this channel, because I'm holding myself accountable to the NoFap journey for 1 year. I will not fail it. I will not stop. And that's a mindset as well. Someone commented, that's Crisley, he's commented, how do you make it, I didn't read the whole comment yet, I only saw it on my phone, the notification came up. Something about, like, how do you do it so easily, PMO. It's all a mindset. If you think it's no big deal, it is no big deal. See past the illusion. That's what you have to do. I've done it so much in the past. Like, I've done 3 months in the past 3 times at least. I always make it to 3 months, and I'm coming up in 3 months again, but I'm gonna make it to the year this time because I'm holding myself accountable this time with the videos. It's just not making a big deal out of it is the main thing. That's how you make it easy. Don't beat yourself up and don't say, oh, I'm struggling so hard. That makes it 10 times harder. Just be like, it's no big deal. I'm just not playing with myself. I'm just not watching porn. No big deal. It is nothing. It is nothing. I mean, once you get over the initial, like, couple of weeks, it's just like easy mode after that. It really is. Especially if you cut out sugar. Sugar and alcohol seem to flare up your loins, so avoiding stuff like that is a big tip I would have to give. That'll keep your loins very sedated. If you're planning on doing NoFap, you definitely don't want your loins being flared up every fart's end. I still get morning wood in the morning, like, so, like, actually I didn't for about a month, and then recently I've been getting it again, so maybe it's the sugar. See, it's the sugar. I told you, sugar flares it up big time, but I still have it under control because I've been doing it that long and practicing it that long. Just practice makes perfect, and same with mindset. It is all a mindset. It's all how you view it. How you view it will you know, how you view it will make it how difficult it is or how easy it is. However you perceive it is how easy it will be or how hard it will be. It's all perception. Same if you're doing a job, it's the same thing. You can do a job and it can be hard, or you can do a job and it can be easy. It's perception, 100%. Obviously your abilities also help, but perception is huge. You have to change your perception. You have to see things for what they are. See beyond the flesh. See under the flesh is blood, bone. Look at surgery, look at open heart surgery. That'll put you off. Look at sexual diseases, that'll put you off. Look at disgusting stuff, that'll put you off. Look at old people, that'll put you off. There's a lot that'll put you off. Think of the worst aspects of the opposite of sex, the uncleaned nature, the piss, the shit, the blood. You know, women have their period every I was going to say 9 months. That's a baby. Yeah, think of babies being born as well. That'll put you off. There's a lot of things you could think of to put you off. If you're trying NoFap, it's definitely worth to put yourself off. I don't have to put myself off though. It's just easy mode now. It's just a mindset. I'm on that easy mode mindset. I'm on that. I'm making a big deal of it here, so I'm probably. You don't want to do this. You'll swing one way, you'll swing the other way. So you got to keep it in the middle, just straight and narrow. Just keep on that path. Just keep going straight. Don't get proud and carried away with it. It'll swing back and you'll end up jerking off and you'll end up relapsing. You have to keep it tempered. Stay humble about it. That's another important thing. Don't get a big head about it. I mean, why would you get a big head? It's just normalcy, really. You're just you are a human. You're not an animal, so you have to behave like a human. Integrity and honor is part of human nature. Porn is just cucking yourself anyway. Think of it that way. Porn is just cucking yourself. You're watching a woman that you obviously want to have sex with, having sex with another guy. So that's cucking yourself big time. And you're basically becoming a cuck. Because you're cucking yourself. You are, by definition, becoming a cuck. So if you want to live like a cuck and be a cuck, then watch porn and jerk off. If not, if you want an actual relationship with an actual person, an actual deep, meaningful relationship, then you better implement these disciplines and see beyond that stuff, see reality, and know yourself, say no to yourself, learn to say no to yourself. All these things will help. Hopefully that gives you an idea. I could go more into depth, but I better get in here. I'm sitting here in the driveway, and if anybody sees me here, they'll probably think I'm mad talking to myself. But who cares what people think? You have to be brave in this world. You have to be yourself. You have to be not afraid to be yourself. And that's my mistake that I made. Was for years I was afraid to be myself. But I have to get out of that. You have to become comfortable in the uncomfortable. It's like on your mountain bike. You can enjoy it, but it's uncomfortable, isn't it? So you're becoming comfortable in the uncomfortable. I actually realized that on the bike as well. This is uncomfortable, but I'm enjoying it. I'm comfortable in the uncomfortable. So that's a prime example of that. Same in work. You can do it in work as well. You can become comfortable in the uncomfortable. Same if you're public speaking. Some people love public speaking. Some people hate it. It's perception. Become comfortable in the uncomfortable. Alright, this is enough advice for tonight. Definitely putting this one up. Yeah, obviously feeling better, so hopefully it stays that way. You have to keep it tempered though. I'm telling this to myself. These videos, I watch them back myself as well, and the advice I have, like, I forget these things, so it's good to get it on the video so I can remember instead of having to write 10 million pages. I can get a lot more information on video this way. Get my thoughts on the video instead of having to write it down on the paper, but I must keep up that. That's a good habit to keep, is writing down things on the paper. So, better end it here for now. I thought I saw someone behind me. Holy shit. Scared the fuck out of me. I saw like a, I don't know if you saw that. There's like a moon face thing. Oh god. It was like a silver face. Maybe it was just the light or something, hopefully. It's the boogeyman, he's coming to get me. Yeah. Alright, better end it here. This is a long one, 35 minutes. Alright, thanks for watching. Till the next time, peace out and goodbye for now. Thanks.